Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Thursday, the 27th day of December. Today is National Fruitcake Day. So anybody that happened to get a fruitcake, today's the day to eat it, apparently. Also, I got a quote for today. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. That's the quote, but I don't think I copied who it's from. Let me look and see if I have that over here. Let's see. The second best time. No, it's not on here. So I don't know who it's from. Somebody. It was a great quote, though, wasn't it, Heidi?
It was a great quote, I'm sure.
Fabulous quote. Wonderful quote from somebody. Best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So sorry I'm not giving you credit, whoever you are. But I also do have a Dear John letter we're going to get to. That's coming your way. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Heidi, tell me, the Harvester in Rhodes, Iowa. Is that a golf course or is that a rehab center?
I'm going to say that's a rehab center.
The Harvester is a golf course. Sorry. You've done good. You've done real good, but not today.
Not today.
I don't know what am I trying to say? Oh, this has been, is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? There we go. Brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Or for John, it's time for a nap, I think.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
And this is your brain on drugs. A man accused of using a Hawaii vacation rental to receive a package mailed from California containing 11 pounds of meth. He pled guilty to drug dealing related charges. Walter Rolando Antimo Dominguez Garcia. That's one guy. It's a lot of names. He pled guilty to 7 counts with mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years for each. Wow. He faces up to life behind bars when he is sentenced in March. He says he sold meth and cocaine in Hawaii and elsewhere. Says he was staying at an Airbnb rental in Honolulu when he received a package addressed to him. When he was arrested, an Airbnb spokesperson says that he is permanently banned from their platform. Well, he's going to prison for the rest of his life. So
yeah, unless prisons are an Airbnb.
Yeah, I'd like to rent cell block D if I could.
Yeah.
Don't think you have anything to worry about Airbnb. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. Brad Pitt slammed charges that his charity only helped Hurricane Katrina victims for the publicity. Well, I think it's really sad that people are even saying that. They're helping. They're doing something good. And now they're getting slammed for doing something good. Should they have just not done anything at all? I just think that's really sad. George Lucas topped the annual Forbes list of America's wealthiest celebrities. He clocked in with a net worth of $5.4 billion. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's a lot of dollars, $5.4 billion. Kylie Jenner made the list for the first time with a net worth of $900 million. And one last thing on the list here. I know Christmas is over, but remember A Christmas Story? Remember Ralphie? Peter Billingsley, the actor who played Ralphie, says he still watches the movie every time it's on during the holidays. Not every time.
Every time it's on?
He said he still watches the movie around the holidays. I'm sure it's not every time it's on, but he still watches it. And I
was
do
going to say, because it's on 24 hours a day.
I haven't seen it this year at all. We didn't see it at all.
That's not one of my favorites.
I like it.
There are parts of it I liked, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
It's a good movie. Coming up, we've got the scoop of the day. That is on the way.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A California homeowner has won the internet with his Mariah Carey-themed Christmas. Have you seen the videos?
No.
It's actually pretty cool. There was one in Minneapolis that was a Prince-themed Christmas with a bunch of purple lights. Did you see that one?
No.
Wow, you got to
I bet I would have liked that one.
You got to get on the internet more often.
Yeah.
She's on there all the time.
I just don't watch the stupid kind of stuff you watch.
I know.
mean, I don't scroll through like Christmas light videos.
There's some stuff on there that I think is cool. I like videos that like make my heart warm. Oh, that's so wonderful. I love those. And then videos apparently with Christmas lights.
Apparently.
I don't know. A study by North Carolina State University found that chimpanzees have cleaner beds than human beds. Do they clean their beds, or do zookeepers do that? I'm telling you, if I had a zookeeper taking care of me, my bed would be pretty tidy too. I just don't know if that's really a good study to do there, North Carolina State. A robot security guard has begun regular patrols now at a Los Angeles mall. Do you think this is a good idea? Robot security guard?
Depending on what it can do.
It's not killing people.
Well, then what does it do?
It just tells people.
It roams around?
Yeah,
and
it's like, hey, quit doing that. I don't know. There's a video online of a robot that dispenses medications at hospitals. I saw the video. Had somebody that was telling us about it, and then I went online and watched the video, and that's kind of interesting. It looks like a dresser. It's a bunch of little drawers. Okay, maybe not a dresser because the drawers are too small, but each one has certain medication for a certain patient, and it roams from room to room, and then it lets them know that it's time for their meds, and the drawer pops open.
My gosh.
If I understood it correctly. I don't know.
If ever you want a personal interaction, it's when you're in the hospital.
Yes. Charles, wake up. Take your medication.
Right?
How are you doing?
Wow.
I don't think it even asks, how are you doing? A video has gone viral of a fist fight at a Texas donut shop. People need to just calm down. I gotta say. There are so many people. We talked the other day about a Santa Smackdown where a bunch of drunken Santas were fighting in the street. And now this video has gone viral, this fist fight at a Texas donut shop. What could possibly lead to a fist fight at a donut shop?
Who knows? Somebody took the last donut that they wanted.
I want the apple fritter. I wanted that apple fritter. No, I was here in line first. I just don't really know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting thrown in jail? So what are you in for? Got in a fist fight at a donut shop. Dude, you're not working on much street cred there. I don't know exactly what happened. Doctors in Texas have no idea why a girl's inoperable brain tumor disappeared, but they are calling it a miracle. Have you seen
amazing.
this?
No, but I've heard many
is.
stories like this, and I think it's awesome.
No jokes here. Just want to let you know, good things can still happen in this world. And I've got a link to that story if you want to read all about it. But I definitely believe faith played a big part in this because there are a lot of people praying for this young girl. She had an inoperable brain tumor, meaning she had this tumor. They couldn't even go in and operate because it was in her brain. And next thing you know, they do another scan and they say, it's gone.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, it's just
that is absolutely
gone.
Beautiful.
That is. I love it. And again, that is there's a link to that in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. One last story here. I didn't even know this was a thing. This almost sounds like a plot to a movie or something. A Russian man who was set to participate in the world's first head transplant canceled his surgery after falling in love with a girl. Doesn't that sound like a really bad plot to a movie?
It does.
It's like, what else is on Netflix? I don't want to watch this one.
So would they be putting his head on a different body or a different head on his body? Because if it was a different head on his body, it's not going to be the same person anyway.
I think that it's like he was giving up his body to some person who was going to take the body, but he fell in love and said, you know what, never mind. I guess I need my body now.
Where
I don't
was
know.
this
was in
from?
Russia. I've got a link to
Okay.
the story if you want to read all about it. Very bizarre. A link in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says I love you better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another. And wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. with a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
All right, we got a Dear John letter for New Year's, Heidi. You ready for that?
I'm ready.
Dear John, I have a friend who invited me to a New Year's party a few weeks back. I have turned down other invites because we had made plans. Then I saw her on Facebook. Then I saw on her Facebook page that she's doing something else on New Year's Eve. She clicked going to an event at a local bar. I'm wondering if I should ask if we're still on for our plans or if I should just make other plans. When we made these plans, she had been drinking a little, but I don't think she was drunk. What should I do? Signed, New Year Party Girl. I made that name for her. Here's the one thing I'm going to say. Just because she says going on an event or interested on an event on social media, it doesn't mean she's really going or even really interested.
Oh, my gosh, so many people do that.
Yeah, they're like, I remember I had a guy who was putting on an event, and he said, well, we're expecting 2,500 people.
Yeah.
And this is an event that shouldn't have had 2,500 people. And I said, wow, that's a pretty big number. Why are you expecting 2,500 people? He goes, well, that's how many people have clicked interested or going on Facebook. And at the end of the day, it was like 250 people.
Right.
So there are a lot of people who maybe it's a friend that's putting on this event at a bar, and she clicked, interested or going to help promote that. So I wouldn't read too much into that. First thing I would do is just call and say, hey, sneaking right up here, New Year's Eve. We haven't talked in a few weeks. We had talked about doing this. You still want to do that, or what are you thinking? I would just ask.
Right.
I mean,
and if she had been drinking and just forgot, she may say, oh my gosh, I forgot all about it, but let's go do this.
Yeah. So
she'll probably just invite you along.
And I know you're thinking it's all awkward because, we made plans and I turned down other stuff and now I don't know what to do. I think it's not as big a deal. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. But in my world, that's not a big deal. I'd be like, hey.
Yeah, what's going on?
Just want to
Are we
touch
going?
base. We had talked about New Year's Eve. This is what we had talked about. You still want to do that? I see that you mentioned something on Facebook. Do you want to go do that instead? Maybe that's what you do. Say, hey,
I wouldn't even mention the thing on Facebook. I would just
Really?
say, are we still doing this?
Okay.
And then they'll tell you yes or no, and if they made other plans, then you'll find out. So
when you see things on Facebook, like an event, and you click interested, or sometimes they'll even say going,
9 times out of 10, I don't go.
what percentage of that do you think is like 80%? Or you said 90%?
I said 90%.
So like 90% of the time you say, I'm interested or I'm going, but that's just like, what is that, being polite on Facebook, or what would you call that?
Oh, I think I oftentimes have very good intentions, and then the day rolls around, I'm like, I am not going to go
That's
do
right.
that.
That's today.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in my sweatpants at home.
My bra's off. I'm not going anywhere.
Probably not going to that event. So if that is the only, because again, when I look at this, she clicked going to an event at a local bar. So that sounds to me like that's the only reason you think that you're not doing something, unless she's like ghosting you. Because that's where, like, they're not taking your calls. But it doesn't say any of that.
No.
If that were the case, you might want to make other plans. But I don't know. Again, I think in this day and age when we have, social media, we've got phones, we've got emails, we've got, you can talk to them in person. So many ways to communicate. It amazes me how many times people won't just communicate.
Yep.
If you just ask the question, I think that's going to take care of all of the issues you have. I'm looking forward to a whole year full of amazing Dear John letters. We've got some troubled listeners out there, Heidi. I mean, they listen to us. They've got problems. I'm just teasing. If you have something that you'd like some assistance with, I've talked to like 6 or 7 people just in the last couple of weeks who've told me that, I was thinking of sending you a Dear John letter for this, and then they'll just tell it to me.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
well,
just
do it. Send it.
Like, I don't know if it's... Here's the thing. I don't answer all of them on the air, but we'll answer all of them. So they don't all get answered on the air. But sometimes we're like down to we're going, okay, we got nothing for a Dear John letter other than this one. And then it's one that I really would have rather not answered on the air, but that's kind of the one we have. So I would love it if you'd submit your Dear John letters. You can do that right through the page, johnandheidishow.com. If you've got some info to chime in for... What was the name I gave? New Year Party Girl. You can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com. TheChampionShirts.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Have you ever heard anybody say something will happen when hell freezes over?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if hell freezes over a lot? Hell, Norway, that is.
Oh.
That is the name of a town, a real town. It's a village in southern Norway named Hell. And it gets frozen over every single winter. So next time somebody says that, say, well, that's going to happen a lot. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day and what says I love you better than awesome matching fun t-shirts. Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another and wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day, and today's word is carry-witchet. Carry-witchet. What do you think carry-witchet means?
Carry-witchet.
C-A-R-R-I-W-I-T-C-H-E-T. Carry-witchet.
I have no clue what
It
that
is a
means.
noun. It is an absurd question, a quibble, a conundrum, a pun, a piece of jocularity, or a facetiousness. A conundrum, nonsensical question or pun, carry-witchet. A hoaxing or riddling question, carry-witchet.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know if I do we like carry-witchets? Is this a good thing?
Is it a stupid question? Isn't that what you said?
Well, it's a hoaxing or riddling question.
Okay.
So, like something like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I think maybe that's a carry-witchet.
It is a Christmas movie.
There's no right answer because everybody disagrees. And then, like, the guy that was in it said no, but then the studio now says yes. And I didn't mean to open that can of worms again this year. Carry-witchet, today's grandiloquent word.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news for you, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Today's weird gift, by the way, do you like that when we go through and kind of say what the weird gift is?
Yeah, I do.
Because there are some bizarre ones. So today's weird gift is a banana flask. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Who doesn't need a banana flask?
I think Heidi had that on her Christmas list, actually. Again, that is today's weird gift from WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A South Carolina man is accused of setting a Somerville home, in his neighborhood's Christmas decor on fire.
Why?
Yeah.
Was he
Louis
jealous?
Braun was arrested and charged with arson. And report says that he lit several neighbors' personal property on fire.
Holy cow.
He was detained for setting fire to Christmas ornaments and igniting decorations of a snowman at another home. They responded to a house fire believed to have been started by this man. He's accused of breaking into a garage in another home, trying to set that on fire as well. So what's going on there, Sparky? What's the problem? I don't quite understand. Why in the world you'd want to light everybody else's holiday on fire? That doesn't make sense to me. But that is today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh. Another Christmas theme, Heidi.
Okay.
You know, it's almost like there's a lot of people that do silly things under the influence around this time of year. I don't know if this guy was under the influence, but a man in Florida stole a Christmas wreath right off the front door of a home, and then he went down and hung it on his front door. Okay.
They'll never notice.
The incident was captured on a Ring front door camera. I think those things are cool, by the way. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, because then the
guy went on
camera
Shark
clicks
Tank,
on.
and he didn't get a deal. It's one of the biggest deals to get away on Shark Tank. I thought that was so cool. Anyway, they were looking for this wreath, and it says after learning that the police were searching for him, they spotted a wreath hanging at his home, like 4 miles from the victim's home. He was held on a $10,500 bond.
Whoa!
That must be one heck of a wreath.
Would have been way cheaper to just buy your own wreath, man.
Why in the world? I don't think it's a good idea to steal anything, period. But if you're going to steal something and then hang it outside,
gosh.
the outside of your home, you're going to hang it out there, everybody's going to see it. Aren't you thinking maybe somebody might find it like they did? Just a bad idea. That's why he is today's Moment of Duh, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Time now for Fake News or Florida. This is where I read a story, and Heidi has to tell me, is this a true story that happened in the great state of Florida, or is it made up to trick her? You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Fake News or Florida? Female congressional candidate claimed that she has communicated telepathically with extraterrestrials. Fake News or Florida?
Florida.
That is Florida. I think we already
That doesn't
talked about
surprise me one little
We
bit.
talked about that one already. I'm sure we did. See, that's the nice thing about the fake news, is that can be really varied and wild and different. But the Florida stuff, well, it's weird too, but I have to usually have a story that we already read somewhere else. But that is today's Fake News or Florida. We have some good news on the way.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. And I have for you this headline: City of the Future is first solar-powered town in America, and it was created by a former NFL player. Might not be the first person you think of when you think of something like this.
Okay.
It's being hailed as the city of the future. It's called Babcock Ranch. It's in Florida. It's being hailed as the first city ever completely powered by solar. It's quickly shaping. Let me try that whole line again. It is quickly shaping up to be an eco-friendly role model for the rest of the nation. Perhaps most notably, the town's brainchild, Sid Kitson. He's a former NFL lineman for the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers, and he's an athlete with a big vision. He first began development of this 17,000-acre property near Fort Myers by transforming an abandoned mining land into an expensive solar farm. It has about 350,000 panels. And then the most expensive thing is...
So then those panels run the whole city?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah. So he says, we think about the way we develop differently. It's most environmentally responsible, the most sustainable new town that's ever been developed, and it's the first solar-powered town in America, and we're very proud of it.
How many houses are in this town? 2?
Let me look and see. They're going to have 45,000 people there eventually. The current population is very small, but eventually there will be 45,000 residents.
Mm-hmm.
And
will that solar power still keep up with everything when there's that many residents?
Yeah, they got a ton. They got a ton of power. There's a video here if you want to see it. It's in the show notes. The homes will cost between $190,000 and $499,000. So I don't see the homes in this video, but I'm not watching the video because when I click that, it makes a lot of noise. So I'm not going to do that. But I do have a link to it in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.